BYD just dropped 6 new models, and everyone is aimed at a rival that used to feel untouchable. A $3 million hypercar that beat Bugatti and broke the Nürburgring EV record. A pickup outselling Ford and Toyota. A 1,000 horsepower sedan priced like a Camry. Stay for number 1, the cheapest car here, and the one quietly rewriting the whole market. Let's get into it. Number 6. The hypercar that beat Bugatti at its own game. Start with the one almost nobody outside China saw coming, because BYD did something few automakers on Earth would dare. It built an electric hypercar to go straight at Bugatti and Koenigsegg, and it won. Meet the Yangwang U9 Xtreme. The standard U9 already stunned people, but the Xtreme doubles down completely. 4 motors, 1 per wheel, each spinning up to 30,000 revolutions per minute for a combined output just under 3,000 horsepower. On paper that reads like a press release, nobody expected to be tested. Then it showed up at the Nürburgring and lapped the Nordschleife in 6 minutes 59 seconds, becoming the first production EFI ever to break the 7-minute barrier, a run officially certified by Nürburgring officials. A month earlier, it hit a verified top speed of 496 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest production car ever recorded, quicker than the Bugatti it was chasing. It runs on a brand new 1,200-volt platform, the kind of architecture most legacy automakers have not even attempted, and here is the part that goes quiet in a room. This is a road-legal, street-registered car, not a concept. Only 30 are being built, and buyers are reportedly paying close to $3 million each. 10 years ago, the phrase $3 million BYD would have gotten you laughed offline. This car was never built to make money. It was built to end the argument in a single lap, and then let that lap time speak for everything else on this list. For years, plug-in hybrid trucks were treated like a gimmick buyers tolerated. Then BYD built one that actually works, and the truck market noticed fast. The BYD Shark 6 sits on a proper body-on-frame chassis and pairs a turbocharged engine, working mostly as a generator, with dual electric motors, 1 per axle. Combined output lands around 320 kilowatts, over 430 horsepower, enough to push a full-size dual cab to 100 kilometers per hour in under 6 seconds. Trucks are not supposed to feel like that, but the number that really hurts rivals is efficiency. It offers real electric-only range for daily driving, so most owners could handle the school run and errands for days without burning a drop, then rely on the engine for the long hauls, with a combined range comfortably past 800 kilometers. Range anxiety, the biggest complaint about electric trucks, simply is not part of the conversation. Here is the proof that it is more than hype. In Australia, one of the most brutal and brand-loyal ute markets on Earth, where buyers worship the Ford Ranger and Toyota Hilux, the Shark 6 became one of the country's best-selling utes within its first full year. The newest performance version pushes to 350 kilowatts and 700 newton meters with a 3,500 kilogram brake towing capacity, finally matching the exact benchmarks Ranger and Hilux buyers cross-shop before signing. Nobody expected a Chinese hybrid pickup to out-accelerate and match the towing of the segment kings while sipping a fraction of the fuel. It happened, and dealers in several countries now report waitlists because production cannot keep up. This one proves BYD is not just chasing volume anymore, it is chasing the exact buyers Bentley and Range Rover depend on. The Yangwang U8 already existed as a 6-seat luxury off-roader with genuinely absurd party tricks, floating across deep water, spinning a full-tank turn in place, and staying stable after a blowout at speed. All things the sound made up until you watch the footage. The extended luxury edition takes that platform and turns the rear cabin into something closer to a private jet, with individual reclining massage seats built for owners who will never drive themselves. Underneath sits a quad-motor setup with a turbocharged range extender producing a combined output near 880 kilowatts, roughly 1,200 horsepower, in an SUV weighing over 3.5 tons, and yet the combined range still tops 1,000 kilometers. The standard U8 already starts around $180,000, and this edition climbs higher, aimed squarely at the Mercedes Maybach GLS, a segment where the badge usually wins the argument before the test drive. But here is the detail that stops people. This is not a badge-engineered luxury SUV riding on borrowed German parts. The battery, the motors, the suspension, the driver assist, all of it is built in-house by BYD. No German rival can float, and none can spin in place. This is BYD deciding that luxury does not require anyone else's rulebook. Quick favor while we are here. If this is doing something for you, drop a like. It genuinely helps more than you would think. And if you are not subscribed, this is the moment, because there is a lot more like this coming every week. Number 3. The flagship SUV buyers can't pre-order fast enough. For years, the question kept coming up. When would BYD build a true flagship SUV to go head-to-head with the Mercedes GLS and BMW X7, not just on price, but on real numbers? This is the answer. It is a full-size 7-seat crossover stretching over 5.2 meters, with a cabin carrying multiple screens, a ceiling-mounted rear display, folding tables, and a built-in refrigerator, the kind of interior that used to live only in six-figure European flagships. The rear-wheel drive version runs a single motor and claims a CLTC range up to 950 kilometers, among the longest of any full-size electric SUV in the world. The dual-motor version pushes combined output past 585 kilowatts, over 780 horsepower, and hits 100 kilometers per hour in under 4 seconds despite weighing close to 3 tons, a number that would embarrass plenty of sports sedans. It rides on air suspension with rear-wheel steering, giving a vehicle this enormous a turning circle tighter than many compact cars. And the number that shook the industry. Within 24 hours of pre-sale opening, it logged tens of thousands of orders, climbing into the hundreds of thousands within weeks, at a starting price roughly half what a comparable Mercedes or BMW commands. This is not a niche launch. This is BYD walking straight into the segment Germany has owned for decades and getting the kind of response most automakers only dream about. Number 2. The 1,000 horsepower sedan priced like a Camry. Now the one the sedan world genuinely did not see coming. Everyone kept saying sedans were dying, that SUVs had won, that nobody wanted a low 4-door anymore. Some automakers killed their sedans entirely. The BYD Han L was built to prove that argument completely wrong. This is BYD's flagship sedan on a new Super E platform with a 1,000-volt architecture and a motor spinning to 30,000 revolutions per minute. The rear-drive version makes 500 kilowatts, about 671 horsepower. The all-wheel drive version jumps to 810 kilowatts, over 1,080 horsepower, and hits 100 kilometers per hour in 2.7 seconds. In a 4-door, you would drive your kids to school in. Charging is where it gets almost unfair. Thanks to the second-generation Blade battery and flash charging system, it can add 400 kilometers of range in about 5 minutes and go from 10 to 70% in roughly 6. A bathroom break gets most of your range back. Then the price breaks the segment. It starts around $27,000 and tops out near $38,000 for the loaded all-wheel drive trim. That puts a 1,000 horsepower luxury sedan with a 700-kilometer CLTC range closer to the price of a mid-trim Camry than a BMW 5 Series. The car BMW wants $70,000 for BYD is handing you, in horsepower and range terms, for barely half. Owners describe the same things over and over. A cabin as quiet as a German luxury car, tech that feels years ahead, and a price that makes rival pricing departments deeply uncomfortable. This is my goldmine pick on the list, the kind of car that forces every competitor back into the lab to ask hard questions. Number 1. The boring SUV that quietly wins the whole war, and now the one I build up to, the favorite of the entire list, and the one almost nobody expected to matter this much. In a world obsessed with 1,000 horsepower flexes, the BYD Song Ultra does not try to impress you with a spec sheet. It impresses you with math. This is a straightforward electric SUV, roughly the size of a Tesla Model Y, built for families who just want something reliable, efficient, and well-equipped every single day. The numbers are almost boring in the best way. A single rear motor making around 270 kilowatts, about 362 horsepower, plenty for real life. A CLTC range up to 710 kilometers on the bigger battery, more than most families use in a week. Flash charging that takes it from 10 to 70% in minutes, and a starting price under $22,000. Let that sit. A long-range electric SUV with fast charging for less than a Toyota RAV4 costs in most markets. In its first month, it pulled in tens of thousands of orders, and most buyers paid up for the longer-range battery. This is exactly the kind of car that changes a market, not because it is flashy, but because it is the smart buy every single time. It is the one your neighbor buys, then the neighbor after that, then the whole street. No fireworks, no bragging rights, just relentless, undeniable value. The kind that quietly wins wars nobody realized were being fought. 6 models, 6 segments, from a $3 million hypercar humiliating Europe's best to a $22,000 SUV becoming the smartest buy on the market for millions of families. BYD is not slowing down, it is speeding up, and every brand from Bugatti to Ford to BMW is watching nervously. Which of these 6 would you actually put in your driveway? Drop it in the comments and I'll see you in the next one.